Monday, Monday. Oh, hello there, how are you? Mark here from Bespoke, and I am absolutely thrilled. Why am I thrilled? Because on Saturday, the first episode of Bespoke went live on YouTube, and you guys are loving it. And you know that makes me feel amazing, because I love that you guys want to come along on our journey. I love that you're enjoying the content, and we've got another brilliant week lying ahead for you as well. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Right, so the first thing we need to do is head over to MKM and Airdrie. We need to pick up some materials for the fence at the Motherwell job, and then we'll head over there and we'll get that put up. So we'll see you up there. Back up in Motherwell, we've been to MKM and picked up the fencing material, and we're going to crack on with the fence. So let's have a look before we crack on. As you know, I wasn't here on Friday because I had an admin day, so the guys were up here and they cracked on, and they basically covered everywhere in type 1. There's a few more ton that we need to put in to catch like up the back corner and basically get the levels where they need to be. But that's coming on Wednesday along with the paving. So today myself and Marcus are going to crack on with putting a double skin on this back fence there for some privacy, and we're going to do a nice Venetian slatted fence across this fence here, and then that gets us all ready for paving on Wednesday once it all gets together. So we'll get a time lapse set up and we'll get cracking. Right, so we've got all the stuff round and ready to go, so we're just going to crack on, get the rails on, get the fence up. Right, so the challenge we've got with these rails is we're trying to tie in with the existing fence that's on the back. So we can't really run a level line or it's going to look stupid on the back as well. So we're trying to go with the existing rails as much as we can, but it's proven a bit of a challenge because everything's a bit all over the place, but we'll do our best to try and look at it as best we can anyway. So you can probably see for that space up there how much not straight the fence is, so that's what we're trying to work with. And the problem we've got is if we counterbalance it out, at one point the fence is going to look like it's leaning in, and at the other point it's going to look like it's leaning out. So it's a challenge, definitely, but I'll go and hide and Marcus can figure it out. No? But aye, we'll get there. You can watch as we try and persuade this anyway. So while Marcus is cracking on with the back fence, I'm going to start putting the membrane on the fence on this side, because this is where we're going to be doing the Venetian style fencing. So we always put a black membrane up first. It just keeps it looking a bit sleeker, a bit nicer. Oh. Only problem is it's really a two-man job, but this is going to make some outtakes. Yeah, that's 4 times that's fell on me. So it's really a two-man job, but we'll make it work.
For YouTube, basically, I was run off my guide moved, so I was a bit of mild.
It's a good job with time lapse in this one, because you're taking ages. That was a good answer in all fairness, wasn't it? I'll give you that one. What happened with that one then? I don't know, you mentioned one, but I'm going to go out my way now to try and find it. That one?
No. The one there.
Ah, so that one's sitting low. Aye.
There we go.
Sat. What? In all fairness, out of that full fence, it's his first fence he's ever done, and all you can point out is that one sitting about 5 mil low. I think we'll give him that one as a win, eh? Marcus has finished the fence across the back, and it's, as I say, first ever fence is done with us. So, how do we feel?
Very good, I'm happy with that. You can see you.
Right, so we're back for a bite to eat, and we're going to crack on now with Venetian fencing across the back here. Nice and simple. We've already put the fabric up on the existing fence, so that gives us a flat backdrop. We need to stick these battens upright, and that's acting as our supports, and then we'll get the smooth planed all round battens up onto the fence. So stay tuned, we'll get the time lapse on. See you soon. Right, so switching the tools, we took the big nail gun off that does the 50mm big nails, and we put the brad nailer on, and we're going to start getting the Venetian fencing up. We've already put the membrane on the fence, so it gives us a nice background, and then we put a slat at every roughly 1.1 metre, 1.2 metres running up, and that allows us to fix the new battens onto it. And the battens we're using are a bit different than what most use. It's planed all round, so it's a bit smoother. It's 50mm by 25mm, planed all round, nice and dressed, and we get that put up with a 15mm space in between each batten. So without further ado, watch that guy help me there. So what we use is a little porcelain paving spacer, so we use it on its edge, so it gives us about 15mm of space. We use that between the slats, and then we're using a brad nailer with 50mm galvanised, sorry, 50mm stainless steel brads in there, and it pins it on just nice, gives it that nice finished look. Finished, we've got the Venetian fence up at the side of the garden, and we've got the slatted fence up across the back, so we're going to head away. So we're over in Braehead, just about to head into a consultation for a client. Let's have a look. Right, the plan here is these 3x2 slabs are coming up and being took out and replaced with a nice new porcelain slab, a nice grey, all the way up here, up to the edge in there, and then all the way back across the house will all be a nice big porcelain patio. And when we get round to this side over here, we're going to do one porcelain tile past here and put a gate on, so it gives the illusion of the porcelain patio heading round the corner. And we're going to use some of these 3x2s that get lifted to extend this path down this side of the house, and that's just going to be utility. In the back garden, we're going to reduce the height of the back of the garden so it slopes up. We're going to reduce the back of the garden down slightly, and then build a sleeper retaining wall just about 2 sleepers high on this edge here, with a planter incorporated and then artificial grass. So ultimately we'll have the porcelain paving on one level, and then you'll step up through the planters onto the artificial grass that'll be a separate level. And then on this side here we'll have the fencing that'll be level with the porcelain, with the artificial grass across, and then come down and level with the porcelain across as well, with a gate added on that side over there. So I'll grab some measurements and then we'll get the price sorted. Right, so that's that consultation all done, all measured up. We'll get a quote sorted. Quite a funny one, because as I was walking out of the garden there was another landscaper parked right beside my van, who's waiting to go in and quote for the exact same job. So a bit of bad organising for the client there, but I mean, everyone's entitled to get multiple quotes for the job, and we welcome that. So we'll put our price in and we'll see where we end up. In the meantime, I'm heading home. We'll see you tomorrow. So I've always said from day one, starting this YouTube channel was to bring you guys along for the daily ups and the daily downs of running a landscaping company right here in Glasgow. And I'm going to stay loyal to that. I'm going to tell you how much of a show today has been. And it's not been our fault. I know anyone would say, oh well, you would say that, you would say it's not your fault, and we would, because who wants to take responsibility when things go south? But today has been one of those days. I was in unexpected meetings all day, so I wasn't out on site. So we set up 3 jobs for the guys to go out and do, 3 simple fence repairs. One in Bells Hill that needed 3 fence posts installed onto it, and then the new fence put back up. or the existing fence put back up. Nice easy job. The second one in Bearsden, similar process. Customer said they needed 4 new fence posts installed, so we went over with 4 new fence posts. And the third one in Cambuslang, and the customer said they needed 4 fence posts installed, but they already had the fence posts. We just had to provide the postcrete and the labour to do so. That's where it all went wrong. So the guys came into the office this morning, we got them set up, we sent them on the way, and I was away to my meetings as the plan was. And I goes away, delving on my day, doing my meetings, come back at lunchtime to updates. Update number 1. We didn't manage to do the job in Bells Hill, because when we knocked on the door, the client's son was taking an exam today and they didn't want any noise round about the property while the exam was happening. Now that is completely understandable and we'll respect that, and I respect how the guys handled it. They apologised and said no problem at all, we've got another couple of jobs to do, we'll go and do them first and we'll come back to you after 12 o'clock, is that okay? The chap at the door said no problem at all, perfect, I'll be in, that's fine. So they went away up to Bearsden to the second job, which was to install 4 fence posts, which I'll put some clips in here and you'll see they managed to do it. They managed to put 4 fence posts in, and they just need to reattend at some point to put the fence back up. However, when they were there, they discovered that there's actually an additional 2 fence posts also required, so we've had to inform the client of that, but that's fine, no issues with that, that sometimes happens. So they've done that, that's the only job they managed to get done. They then left there and went to Cambuslang, and they turned up and there was no one in the house, but they went round the back garden, they could see the fence that needed repaired, and they could see the posts on the floor that were to be used. But there wasn't 4 posts, no, there was 3 posts on the ground. Straight away there's a post shot, but then they looked at the posts, 2 of which look like complete bananas and are bent, so can't be used. So technically there's only 1 post, but there's no client in the house, so they couldn't do anything about it. So they've had to leave that job and not do it because they didn't have the posts there, because the customer was supposed to be supplying them. So they then decided it's now after 12 o'clock, we'll head over to the Bells Hill job and we'll get that one done. So they goes all the way over to Bells Hill, and there's a note on the door. I'm not in, but please crack on. That's all good, but we need access to power. We need you to plug us in so we can use the electric breaker to break out the concrete of the old posts and get the fence in. As you know, because we explained that this morning, because of obviously the exam, and that's why we didn't want to do it. So they couldn't do that. So out of 3 jobs today, they managed to do 1, which was a complete pain in the backside, and none of it was our fault. The organisation was there, it was just on the customer side of things, all went wrong. We then move on to my day. So I had meetings up to 12 o'clock. I had a meeting scheduled at 12 that was going to be late for. Simone reached out to the client and said, hey, Mark's running late. It's going to be after 1 o'clock before he gets out to see you. Is that okay? The client confirms that's completely fine. I'll go out and do my stuff this morning. I'll be in all day after 1 o'clock for Mark to come. Perfect. Mark then goes to a meeting with the electrician at the Motherwell job and is running a little bit later than expected, so tries to phone the client. The client didn't answer, but I left a voicemail saying, I'm going to be with you very soon, blah blah blah. Didn't get an answer back. We then turns up to this consultation in Airdrie, I believe it was. As I pull up, the guy comes running out the door. He's like, you're too late, you're too late. I'm like, I'm too late. I'm like, we said we were coming after 1 o'clock. He's like, yep, but I've already gave someone else to go ahead. I'm like, no problem at all, thank you very much. Turned around, and would you believe it, that we were 2 hours after we said the original appointment was, someone was doing the fence. The job was being done. Right, so Not only were we too late to the quotation, we were too late for the job, because these guys had turned up and gave the price and got stuck in straight away, which is absolutely bonkers. So we would never have a chance of winning that anyway. So, hi, it's definitely been one of those days, so I do apologise. Tuesday does not have much footage except from me sitting here ranting to you guys about how badly Tuesday went. But as I say, we promised at the start that we were going to give you the ups and the downs of running a landscaping company. This is most certainly a down, but we'll step back to it tomorrow and we'll have a better day. Hopefully. See you then. Good morning. It is Wednesday. And we're back up in Motherwell. And we're definitely hoping for a far better day than we had yesterday, because yesterday was atrocious. It's a bit wet, but we'll go see what we're getting up to. I've been down first thing this morning and dropped off some more type 1 for us to get the levels right, sand, which is sharp sand, which is ready for the paving to start going down tomorrow, and of course cement, because you can't put paving down without cement. So the guys are cracking on now. We're putting the type 1 round the back into the wee gap that was missing, if you remember from last week, that they now got to do. And then myself and Adam have got a personal meeting that we need to go to at 11 o'clock. So Marcus is saying, guys, stay here and crack on with bringing the sand and stuff around, so that we're basically setting up the site so that we can pave tomorrow. Right, so back up in Motherwell. This guy has been working hard and managed to get all the sand from here all the way around into the back garden. Oh, the gate hit me! Into the back garden here. So it's ready for us to set up the mixer and start paving tomorrow. He's also been up to the suppliers in Hamilton and picked up the porcelain paving, so we've got that here for tomorrow. So they're going to get that round, but in the meantime you guys can come with me, because I'm heading up to Bonnybridge to pick up a new drum for the cement mixer, because it's absolutely knackered and it needs a new drum. So we'll leave these getting all this stuff out and we'll go and pick that up. Got the new mixer drum, now it's the journey all the way back over again to the job in Motherwell and we'll get it fitted. And just like that, I'm back and the guys have smashed it. They've got everything round, ready to rock. The tiles around. Now look at these, how gorgeous are these. Check out those bad boys. How lovely is that? 600 by 900. Grey with white veins. That is gonna look absolutely epic in this garden, so keep your eyes peeled for them going down. We're gonna do a wee how to install a porcelain patio or a porcelain tile as well. That'll be coming as a standalone video, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. They are definitely awkward to carry and not as light as they look, but you'll see now why we need to change it, because this is our mixer. Just the old beast that's been going for a while, but it's about time got a new address. So changing mixer now is supposed to be nice and easy. You do this, you're supposed to just turn it. One old, absolutely beaten up mixer drum. And then spin it back on the other way. And there we have it, as simple as that. The old, absolutely beaten up, knackered, cracked, holes in it mixer drum is off. And a brand new shiny polymer plastic mixer drum. So hopefully the cement won't stick to it as much. The lorry was coming up the neighbour's access road last week to take away the spoil away. I'll put a clip here. It actually slipped off the edge of the paving a wee bit. Where he's been sitting, his wheels have slid over and on, and it's sunk in. So once the guys are done over on the other side unloading the paving, they're going to come round and they're basically going to turn all this over and level it back out. And there's a couple of edging cubs here that are broke with the wheel, and this wee bit of paving here sunk. So they're going to clear all this, level this out, replace the edging cubs and get this all smoothed back up for them, just to keep it all looking as good as it was when we first came. So we're not the guys to leave a mess behind us. If we make a mistake, we will always try our best to fix it, and that's a perfect example. It's not the neighbour's fault that happened, it's ultimately the lorry driver's fault, but we'll deal with it, we'll get it sorted so everyone's happy. And there we have it, one driveway repaired, so that's us done for the day out here. Right guys, welcome to Thursday. We're back up in Motherwell, and today's main task is to crack on with getting some porcelain tiles down. We're also recording a standalone video today on how to install a porcelain tile in your patio, so watch out for that one coming. But without further ado, let's get stuck in. Pour a little bit on and then use a brush to spread it. Now what you want to make sure you're doing is when you're spreading this out, You want to get it all around the tile, but you don't want to get it on the bottom, the face of the tile, because it will stick. We start putting tiles down up in Motherwell. Systems are all go. We're going to set the time lapse up and you can watch the progress. Right, that's us. Lunchtime, it's actually a late lunch, it's 1 o'clock. And it's took a wee bit longer to lay the tiles than we expected it to, for our own reasons, because one, we've had to cut tiles round about the downpipes and the utilities to make sure they sit nicely, and secondly, it's Marcus's second week with us, and we're showing him how to lay the tiles, so it's took a wee bit longer because we've been having to talk him through it, but we're going to go and grab a bite to eat, come back and get the rest of them down. See you soon. That is Thursday done at the Millwall job. You'll see behind me we've managed to get a good chunk of the paving down and started this wee bit as well, so I'll flip you around and I'll give you a wee show. So this patio's all fully laid down. Managed to cut some, we need to continue it down that side, but this here will eventually be cut into a nice curve with a big circle section in this bit, and then we started on the paving for this section here as well. So this is going to be absolutely tremendous when it's done. So this circle here is going to be done with the same porcelain, and then this circle down here is going to be a step up, and that's been done with sandstone. So we've got a mix of stuff going on in here. It's going to look amazing, but for now we're done. We're heading home. We'll see you on Friday. Good morning. It is Friday and I'm not out on site this morning. I've got some other things to do. So the guys are currently just cleaning out the vans, moving stock around and heading back up to the fence repair in Bear's Den to get that underway, get that finished up a bit. And then I think they're going to go to the one in Bell's Hill and potentially try and get that done as well. They are also going to take these 3 porcelain tiles here and drop them off to a project in Cambers Langford for the client to see. So yeah, it's a busy wee Friday. I'm going to hand the GoPro back over to Marcus and Adam and they can capture some footage of what they get up to today, and I'll catch up with you later on in the office. Well, hello there. I'm back out at it. So the guys have been working hard today, but I'm now up at a consultation in East Kilbride. We've got a few things to look at here. So this fence has been damaged in the storm. That's definitely going to need to be replaced. And then we've got a patio here, pathway that runs across, and a patio all around here that we're looking to change to something a bit nicer. We need to change this section behind us here for the shed to some nice wee chuckies and get a nice planting border across the edge here so we can get rid of the pots and put some nice plants in the ground for the season coming. We need to address the steps because a couple of them are starting to break, and also replace that patio there. So that patio is going to be replaced to something a bit nicer as well. We're not quite confirmed on material yet, but I'll grab some measurements and we'll see where we end up. Right, so that's my consultation and East Kilbride done and dusted. I am now hot footing it over to Shots for another consultation over there, and then we're going to Cambers Lang, so it's busy, busy, busy. Well guys, that is it for another week here at Bespoke Landscape Designs. I really hope you've enjoyed coming along for the ride with us this week, and if you've made it this far, I really appreciate you watching the video and taking the time as well. If you are enjoying it and you haven't already, would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and keep your eyes peeled for our new videos coming next week. We'll have episode 3 of Bespoke, but we'll also have a standalone video on how to install a porcelain tile in your garden. As always, thank you very much. If there's anything that you want to see us putting out content wise, put it in the comments, hit that subscribe button. In the meantime, until next week, you guys have an absolutely awesome weekend. See you on Monday.